Hey everyone, welcome back to Python series. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the logical operators. Logical operators are basically used for comparing multiple conditions. If you remember, we have studied comparison operators to compare two different values, right? What if you want to compare multiple conditions? That's where the logical operators plays an important role. So we have three different types of logical operators. One is AND operator or AND not operator. And you know what this AND operator is going to do? AND operator, if all the conditions are true, it returns a true, otherwise it's going to return a false. See, I'll just give a truth table related to AND operator. If there are two conditions, if both the conditions are true, it's going to be true. If both the conditions are false, it's going to be false. If any one of the condition is true, if any one of the condition is false, again it's going to be false. If first condition is false and if second condition is true, even still it's going to be false. So from this, what we can understand is if all the conditions are true, only then AND operator returns a true, otherwise it's going to be false. Okay, so let me take a few examples to explain this AND operator. Let's say I have two conditions. One is, let's say 10 is greater than 3 and 30 is greater than 10. So clearly here, both the conditions are true. True and true is going to be what? It's going to return as a true. Okay, now let's take one more condition. I'll say 1 is greater than 10, and I'll say 4 is greater than 30. So clearly, both the conditions are false. False and false is going to be obviously false. Now, what if I take 10 is greater than 3 and 20 is greater than 300? So here, clearly, one of the condition is true and one of the condition is false. Obviously, it's going to return as a false. Okay, so this is all about, AND operator. You can take any number of conditions that you want. Okay, now let's explore OR operator. You know what this OR logical operator does? It returns true if either of the condition is true, otherwise it's going to be false. So simple, if both the conditions are true with OR operator, it's going to return a true. If any one of the condition is true, even still it gives you true. If it's a false and true, even still it gives you true. If both the conditions are false, only then it's going to return a false. So this is a truth table or a logic behind, OR operator. Let's try a few examples. Let's say both the conditions 10 is greater than 2, or I'll just say 30 is greater than 3. So clearly here both the conditions are true. Your OR operator is going to return a true. So what if one of them is false? Let's say 10 is greater than 100, which is false, or I'll just say 2 is less than 10. So clearly first condition is false and second condition is true. We know that according to OR operator, either of the condition is true, then it's going to be true, right? So this is returning a true. So when your OR operator will return a false when both the conditions are false. If I say 1 is greater than 10, or if I say 2 is greater than 10, in this case, so clearly it shows that both the conditions are false. It's going to return as a false. So this is all about the OR operator. So next important operator we have in logical operator is a not. So not is kind of, if condition is true, it returns a false. If condition is false, it returns a true. So it's vice versa kind of thing. So let's say, I'll say 10 is greater than 100. So clearly it's a false condition, right? But if I apply negation on this false condition, it always gives you the true. So similarly, if you take a true condition, if I say 1 is less than 10, your condition is true. And if you take negation on this particular condition, it's going to return as false. So this is all about, the logical operators in Python. Hope it's clear. Thank you. Happy learning.